There we go. Hold on, now we got it. I have not even had a chance to put this out on the web yet. I don't know why it did that, Courtney. That was kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, hey.
We're all working through it.
We always get
Welcome to our show.
Learn about things on the fly. That's part of the fun of a show like that.
That's right.
We were supposed to have a 5-minute music intro, which we didn't have any, and now I am, although Cuz is here. That's my guy. What's up, Cuz?
Hey, Cuz.
Oh, is it really? Thank you. It sure is. Thank you. I didn't realize we still had the music on, but we had Maddie. There is we got Cuz and Canoeman in the house.
Oh.
I have not even had a chance to put this out on Twitter yet.
Let me explain to you. I so wish we had a super chat button, but we do not have it yet. We have to earn a super chat button on this channel.
Yeah,
that's our kicker.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
They YouTube requires us to have some hours put in and some subscriptions, so we need everybody to smash that like button.
We gotta have the smash the like button.
And we gotta have we have to have a bunch of subscribers join in, so we can earn the super chat button. Once we get the super chat button, we will definitely have the all call for everyone.
I also wanted to note we're doing something a little different tonight. We've got a special guest. We had Maddie here last time,
yes.
our daughter, and she's got a mic this time, but it's a little wonky because I didn't have enough time to get it working right, but we'll let Maddie say what's up. What's up, Maddie?
What's up, everybody?
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Streaming.
All right, so Maddie's going to kind of help us keep an eye out for whatever else is going on in the chat because we need someone young to do that kind of thing. So
yeah, we're a little elderly, so we need a little help.
I thought we were going to have a 5-minute start there, and we didn't get that. So yeah.
Hey, here we are.
Yeah, a little faster than I expected on that. Okay, so long story short, first of all, thank you for coming back to our show, our second show. We missed last week because we were in Kentucky. We took a trip with Madison, our daughter, and we went to go see Stuart. Mm-hmm. Your nephew.
My nephew. Well, your nephew as well.
Our nephew.
And her cousin.
And your cousin, graduate medical school from University of Kentucky. So that's...
Yes, go Cats.
That's a lot of fun. And we got to see that. It was a incredibly long ceremony. It was the largest graduating class in the history of University of Kentucky. We're so proud of all 5,000 of them.
No, it wasn't that many, but there's like 180 of them, but that was a lot.
And so all 180, we had to announce their name.
We were blessed to be there.
Blessed to be there. Thank you. Canoeman in the house. Look at Corey W's in the house.
Look at all these peeps.
He just hammered the like button. What a legend.
Nice.
Cuz is here. We got B. Haynes in the house as well.
Nice.
That could be Becky Haynes. It could be.
We don't know for sure.
And also we got J Dub in the house. This is like a Hall of Fame group.
Beatrice.
Beatrice?
Beatrice Haynes.
Beatrice Haynes. Or Beatrix.
Yeah. Beatrix.
Beatrix Haynes.
Yes.
So thank you for being here for our second show.
Second show.
And we have mucho bourbon
discussion.
Stuff to discuss.
Yes.
We saw a lot of stuff. Courtney, Maddie had a good point. We went to Kentucky. We spent a week up there, or close to a week. We got so much bourbon. I think we got 15 bottles.
Yes.
And how many? 13.
13
and
is all.
And Courtney decided that we needed Peerless, one of the ones that we didn't buy up there, as our bourbon of the week.
But our good friend, Cousin Becky, purchased this bottle up there.
They did.
Yes, so we're going to taste a little bit of that tonight, too.
Is that what's in my glass right here?
No,
okay.
That's your regular Peerless.
Oh, okay, this is great. You know, you in the pregame, you had talked about how we need to compare and contrast Peerless with another bourbon. I got an idea. How about Peerless with Peerless?
There you go. That's amazing.
I feel like,
genius. Genius over here.
I feel like I'm a showrunner now. Okay, so our first drink tonight is going to be the Peerless.
Yes.
This is Corky Taylor. Corky Taylor.
Not Courtney.
Corky Taylor is the owner of Peerless. He's like the great-grandson of the actual dude. But anyway, he just rolls around the distillery and says, yo, what's up? How y'all doing? Et cetera, et cetera.
He was there. We did go by Peerless, so don't act like we were not there. We did go by there, and It was we just visited in the gift shop area, but we were looking for the kitty cat. They have a kitty cat that's there all the time, whose name is Rye. Rye. Couldn't find Rye. He was missing.
Is he at Peerless or is he at Willett?
He's at Peerless.
Rye is at Peerless.
Yes.
What does Rye do? What's his? Does he have an Instagram?
Rye is a girl.
Oh,
First
of course.
off,
I did not know
get her
that.
Did not know
pronouns
that.
right.
Didn't know that. I'm
Get her
sorry.
pronouns right. No, but she's so cute. She's I don't even know how to describe her. Just real spotted everywhere, different colors. But yeah, she's the Peerless cat. I follow her on Instagram.
What's her Instagram Insta handle?
Rye meow something.
I love
Okay.
it.
So the Willett still is huge. It's a big one, and so Rye just kind of lives right under
No,
there.
wrong one.
But Rye is at Peerless.
Rye is at Peerless.
Excuse me.
We're talking about Peerless.
There was a cat at Willett. He
Yes.
lives under that big ass still. Let's see. Knuman says, wait, what's he talking about? He will always have a special place in my heart for his role in the 2005 UGA win in Athens. Is he talking about Brandon Cox? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so Peerless. Let's have a
Yes.
slug of this bad boy. What is their distiller number? 50.
It's something, yeah.
50, even though they just restarted. They're using their old one.
So, Jay, how are you supposed to appropriately taste? Not like that. Not like
I
a
just
hairball.
put it right down the hatch and just guzzle
How are you
it.
supposed to start? You're supposed to gently open your mouth
No.
and smell through your, open your palate.
Knuman says, is Maddie at the bottom of a cave? Yeah. So I just... Knuman, here's what happened. So Maddie, we thought Maddie ought to be on the show more vocally, and so we got her a USB mic to plug in. But we just got the mic this afternoon. I plugged it in about 30 minutes before we started.
We've been experimenting, and
I
we
couldn't
just
get it to
decided
work.
she was going to be the wizard behind the curtain.
But here's
just
the deal.
like
I'm going
Wizard
to
of
mute
Oz.
us, and then Maddie, I want you to get on there and talk to Knuman and tell him what up. You ready? Here we go.
Here you go, Knuman. Do I sound better for you? I think I sound a lot better now. That's what we determined, but it's kind of hard to have Jay and Courtney muted while I talk because, kind of defeats the purpose of the joint family moment.
All right, there you go. We got to just find a way to mute our own.
Was that a little bit better on y'all's end there?
We got Pam in the house as well.
Hey, Pam.
Pamela. You may know her as Pam.
She's the bionic woman now.
Okay, so allegedly you're supposed to huff this with your nose and your mouth.
Yeah,
Which we
open
do.
your mouth
We
a
do.
little and breathe in. Take a little bit, swish around your palate.
I know, but here's the thing for me. I don't know if this is true for you, but like the first couple hits are kind of rough, regardless of what we're drinking. So I
Yeah.
just rip those off, and then we'll just kind of get a little more subtle later.
Yeah, just go ahead and have a good hit.
Now, I do want to say Peerless is one of my all-time favorites, particularly for daily drinking. This bottle costs retail.
Pass that over here. I need a little more.
Hey, look who we got. Ravin is in the house, too.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What a stud that guy is.
I like what he says. He says, let's drink all the brown water. Excellent idea.
One of the legends at the Brain Drain, Ravin. And
Yes.
then when we had our our bunker event, courtesy of Chip down in Orange Beach 3 weeks ago, Ravin and his lovely wife came by and hung out. And
I can't figure it out. There we go.
she works with kids. She's teaching the youth of America.
Anyway. Look, you were trying to.
So I like Peerless. It retails in Alabama anyway in the $70-ish, maybe $80, something like that. And I absolutely love it.
What do you smell?
I don't know what I smell. I smell an ass whooping coming on my end. I smell licorice. I smell
Wait, let
pencil
me.
shavings.
So, yes, this is a tasting wheel that we received in Kentucky when we were doing one of our tastings at
Jogger.
Michter's. That's where we were.
Guys.
And so it has some amazing adjectives to be able to describe different kinds of taste, different kinds of flavors.
Flavors.
I guess.
Yes, a flavor
Yes,
saver.
a flavor saver.
Oh, Maddie wants to talk.
Yeah, so they were nice enough to include me on a couple of the tastings. At Old Forester, our group leader, the Old Forester employee, was really getting into it about the different notes. And, I'm not a real big bourbon connoisseur, so I was like, I don't know, girl, they all just kind of taste like ass. But, pencil shavings are cool, I guess.
Yeah, that's not necessarily something you want to eat.
Yeah,
drink.
but that is one of the descriptors on here.
Her name was Scout. Did you remember that?
Yeah, I did not remember that.
You guys
That is a
remember that?
memorable name.
Yeah, I bet Becky remembered.
Yeah,
I bet Becky remembered.
yeah,
Yeah, her name was Scout.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
100%. Anyway, they gave us this tasting wheel, which you guys can't read. It's too far away, but it's just something kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one that said pencil shaving.
We also got Pogs, for those of you who are old enough to know, on top of our drinks. So like at Michter's, they would give you like a little thing, and then they put this on top to keep it from being...
Well, you know, Jay, if it's exposed to the air, it may taste a little bit different.
Thank you, Maddie. You sound like a real pro now.
exuding
How about
the
that?
notes.
She's really catching on, yo.
So what do you smell? For reals, like what do
I
you?
told you
well, it's
licorice.
gone now. You probably should put some more in there.
Licorice. I smell licorice.
I don't know. I don't know if I smell licorice.
You don't know?
I smell bourbon.
Hey, Canuman's talking about how he ruptured a tendon in his foot.
Oh my God, he ruptured a tendon in his foot.
Maddie, ask about
Canoe,
that.
whoa, hold on. I gotta mute.
Yeah, what's wrong with what happened to your tendon, man? What'd you do to it? Mr. J had a similar injury when I was younger. I remember he had a whole cast on. I think you were changing colors. I remember some neon green when you would pick me up from Kidacare.
That is accurate. I partially tore the peroneal tendon in my right ankle. That's what I did. And I did it as part of I did it in a beat writer basketball game. I landed on Krista
At
Turner's.
Auburn.
Yeah, at Auburn. I
was
landed
at
on Krista
Auburn.
Turner's foot, and that was not fun.
Chris Turner, right?
Well, at the time, she was Krista.
Okay.
Krista. So I had surgery on that. Yeah, that kind of sucked anyway. It didn't really hurt that much. It was just a pain in the ass to be in a boot
Yeah.
plus a cast for
Now the
6
problem
weeks.
was it was your right foot, so you couldn't drive really.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
luckily had an old Oldsmobile that Jay it had a bench seat in the front.
Yeah, my Ellsman.
So I kind of slid over to the middle and drove that way. It's perhaps not the safest option. But anyway, let's get back to our bourbon.
I smell like oak, honestly.
You do smell oak?
I smell like oak and I smell licorice.
I got something a little nutty there, Jay.
Oh, you like it nutty,
I like
huh?
it nutty. Perhaps why I'm married to you.
It just tastes like cinnamony spicy to me.
Is anybody else out there tasting it tonight?
Gives you a tingle on your tongue, and I don't get a lot of Kentucky hug on that one at all.
No, it does not linger. It's not burning the esophagus.
If you don't mind.
Esophagus. I'm sorry.
Esophagus, thank you.
Esophagus.
I
That is the correct
have a
term.
little medical training, as you know.
Definitely.
Okay, so you want to, now that we've tried the regular Peerless, you want to try some of this. Why don't you tell the viewers what's going on with this one, Courtney?
Well, this is I don't know the answer to that. It's the single barrel
Wow, that's
Peerless.
fascinating. Hey, cuz.
So why don't you share as to what it is?
Okay, so this is the single barrel Peerless. Me and Cuz like to call this a double oaked, but it's not really the double oaked. And they had, I believe it was 8 special bottles at the distillery. And I
lot.
looked at it and thought about it and was like, I really want to get this, but we've already bought 10 bottles and I think Courtney's going to disembowel me soon. And Cuz goes, hey man, I haven't bought that many, so let me go ahead and get it. So he got it. And that was it was the second bottle we drank when we got home. And this was unbelievable. You've not had it before though,
I've
until
not had it.
until this pour.
So it's going to be interesting to see if I
Cuz I'll make a
I feel
small
it,
one.
but-
This is gonna be a small pour, Cuz. I promise I won't.
Oh.
So yeah, although me and Cuz, we may have to go back up there and get some more of this because this might be one of my 2 or 3 favorites of all time here. So let's see what you think about that. Oh, whoa.
Give me some.
No, you
You
get
got
your
to
own.
pour. Oh.
What'd you get on the nose
That's
there,
so
Courtney?
manly.
What'd you
I
get on the
haven't, Jay, that's the other Peerless. I haven't had this yet.
Oh, you were just cashing out the
Yes.
other one. Oh, wow.
And what he tells me, go get your own. Okay. So anyway, our nice friend cousin Becky are sharing this bottle with us because Jay decided that he wasn't going to purchase, so they did.
I should have.
Ooh, I like the smell.
Oh, of course you do.
It's sweet.
Butterscotch, nutmeg, licorice.
I don't get nutmeg.
Do you get nuts?
Smooth at the end.
This is
That's
so thick. It's like
It is thick. I'll give you that.
It's so thick. It's like oil.
It is thick. I'll give you that.
Do you like
I
it
like
thick?
it. I love it thick.
I think it might still be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still frozen.
Really?
Oh, wait. No, you're good.
Okay. We're just a little delayed. Sorry. Technical difficulties somewhat. That's okay.
We got a warning that said the internet had flickered or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that happens sometimes. So this was yummy.
Yeah,
I
delicious.
totally agree with that.
Really like that one.
The regular Peerless for what it is, how much did you say it is at the ABC store? Like
70 to
70.
80, something like that.
It's
Now
good.
this-
Now, I like it too because it's a cool bottle.
Yeah, that's an extremely cool
It's
bottle.
a cool bottle.
Actually.
We have another one behind one of us over here. Me. Oh, it's right back here behind me. Oops, I got to point the wrong direction.
Raven says they're back. Bourbon nap.
Bourbon
I don't know
nap.
what happened
I've
on
had a
that.
bourbon nap a couple
I don't know what
times.
happened on that. So this one, this is a little more expensive. This one cost you, I think, Cuz got this one at the distillery for
Like 50?
140, 150.
150?
But it is really, really good, and I'm not going to drink more of it because
No. Thank you for sharing, cuz. Appreciate it.
my man, Cuz, what a stud. All right, so Peerless, compare and contrast. This is thicker,
It's thicker.
meaty bourbon.
Is that correct?
Maddie, you're
Wait,
not,
sorry, guys.
don't know what's going on?
Well, the problem is that we're using a different space than Jay normally uses, so we need to have the little internet
right.
folks come out and help us a little bit.
They're not going to want to do that. They are like so not going to want to do that.
I don't care. That's what they get paid for. Anyway, moving right along.
Yeah, we're not on a-
Oh, I meant to get the regular Peerless,
We're not on a
but
hard
because
line.
I poured that, so I'm going to put that to the side because that was my fault.
New record. Kanuman says we have twice as many likes as we have viewers because we lost.
Yes!
We lost a bunch in our Wi-Fi drop.
Nice.
down.
I love it.
We do need to. Kanuman, when you get mobilized, maybe you can come over here and figure out. I bet you Corey could probably help us with that too.
Yeah.
Try to get a hard line up here. How long can the longest hard line go, Corey? Like how far can I be away from my router to get all the way to my computer? How far can you go on a Cat 5 or whatever?
I have no idea.
Answer that for me when you get a chance. All right, so we're back with not as many viewers. Only 6,000 right now. Sorry about that,
7,000.
guys. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we'll just continue on like we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll just
We've got
continue on
this.
like we're good. No problem.
We got this.
All right, so the Peerless, you ended up having some of Cuz's, which we said was not quite as expensive as I said it was. But,
Yes, but I accidentally went to pour some and I poured some more of his, so sorry, cuz. I don't know if that was my brain saying, hey, that was really good, so I need a little more. So I'll take it.
Melee says double A telling the truth. I don't know.
We have a lot to talk about, though, Jay.
Dude, Corey says Ethernet can go up to 300 feet.
Wow.
Well, shoot, in that case, we can run it probably.
good.
I can just go all the way up the stairs.
Yeah, that'd be really classy.
That is one way to do it. That is one way to do it. Hundreds of feet, Raven says.
Okay. All right, we need to
All right, we're working on
move
that.
along.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. Well, this is what we do on the Brain Drain when I screw something up, and there's,
Trying to hurry up. We're just hanging.
we just hang.
We got
Thank
an
you, Maddie.
agenda.
Thank you, Maddie.
I got an agenda. I got to keep us on the ball.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. The plan here was Locked On checking in and smashing the like button. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Locked On, what a legend, huh?
Exactly.
And also brother to Rivers Cuomo from Weezer, if you don't know. From England. Okay, so we got a few things we want to go over on the Kentucky trip. We're gonna work
Yes.
our way through the Kentucky trip. We were up there 5-ish days, I think.
6.
We, thank you. No,
Move
not
along.
that anybody was counting. And we hit the over/under that we told Austin at the tipping point was 7, I think, was our over/under. I said it at 7.
We hit a lot. How many did we finally hit? I don't even know the answer to that.
Distilleries, I think it was
Distilleries.
10-ish.
I think we hit 10.
If you include, like, if you say Jay and Cuz to Jay, Courtney, Cuz, and Becky together, it's probably more like 12
yeah,
or 13.
we hit a lot.
AU Storm in the house. What up, AU Storm? What up? What a stud.
Cheers.
Absolute legend. Okay, so we're going to work our way through. So we started off at Elixir Spirits in Spring Hill, Tennessee.
That is a liquor store. It's not a distillery.
No, that is a liquor store. You're correct. Elixir Spirits in Spring Hill. I got that recommendation from the bunker.
Yes.
They said to roll up in there, and the dude who runs that place, whose name I forgot,
I forgot his name as well, but
absolutely
he was
knows
in
what
there
up.
and he knew he was definitely well versed in his bourbon.
he knew what time it was.
So if y'all are around those parts, you definitely need to check it out.
We got a couple things there. We got a bottle of
Four-Gate.
Burrell for sure.
Yes.
We got a Burrell store pick that he picked, and he sold me on it, so I'm good to go. We got a Andalusia Key 2 Four-Gate, and I think that's where we got the Redemption Cognac.
That is where we got the Redemption Cognac.
Me and Cuz love drinking Redemption during the Raiders games because the Raiders always...
Need some redemption. I don't know. This year we might have a little chance now that we have a cuter quarterback.
He's cuter and worse, but whatever.
He's not worse.
He's not.
He's not worse. I guarantee he can do a better job inside the 20.
Courtney,
Anybody could. I almost could do something better inside the 20. than
Courtney
he
likes
did.
a man who can finish.
Yes, exactly.
14 distilleries.
That is impressive.
I don't need to see the list right
Yes.
now. Okay, so in Elixir, we got 3 bottles. The dude knew his shit. We moved on.
Yes.
Then the next thing we did was Chuck's by the Interstate in Bowling Green,
Yes.
which had a female manager who knew her stuff maybe even better than he did.
She knew her stuff, and it was a very large liquor store. It didn't just have, lots of bourbon. It was a lot. It's very well organized, and it was a nice experience.
We got a haul video for that one where she was gracious and let me kind of go through the store and show the different bourbons they had, what they were selling them for, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to put that up on the channel as soon as I figure out how to edit that.
One of these days.
One of these days. We will do that. Although we're going to do an annotated haul video here in just a few moments.
Yes,
But anyway,
I'm interested to
she
see
did a
that.
great job. We went to Toddy's in Bardstown,
Yes, we did.
which is a liquor store in Bardstown. I'm going to switch over to this, guys.
It is definitely an old school one, guys. Check this out.
Yeah, this is
Doesn't
Toddy's
this look?
Liquors.
Any of those born in the 70s, this is what your liquor store looks like.
Yeah, for real. And as you can see there in the left side there, drive-through window, and it was busy. I was popping, and we were there. What time do you think it was during the day? Like maybe 3 o'clock, something like that, 3 or 4 o'clock. So we're gonna do a little video here.
Can I point something out in
Yes,
this picture?
please.
Do y'all see the newspaper stand there?
Here with nothing in it.
Yeah, but nothing.
I guess because it's sold out.
That's what it is. It was sold out.
Everybody loves newspapers so much.
That's the weekly Bardstown newspaper today.
There's a look around, just kind of.
Look at the side there. See
All
what
right.
crap posted.
So I did this video like half speed. I slowed it down to half speed so we can kind of work our way through here. Cause please feel free to jump in here anytime you want. When I see Murray Hill Club for 165, we got a problem right there. Okay. Now I want to say something about Toddy's. First of all, he was really cool to let us go in there and film. And they have a lot of stuff. We're gonna spend like the next 5 minutes looking at all.
Do you have a picture of him?
No.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a Scooby-Doo good guy.
Yes, he does. He looks like
Not a
he's
bad guy, a good
Scooby-Doo.
guy. One of the Scooby-Doo good guys. Like he'd be hanging out with Shaggy just chilling. All right, they had a lot of stuff. We got tipped off by
I have a lot of stuff.
We got tipped off by a local
Yes.
about this place. They
Yes.
said if you want to see unusual bourbon, you need to go to Toddy's. All right, look at this. We got Murray Hill Club at 165, Magnus at 125. These blue
Rock
runs.
Hill Farms. Look at that.
Look at $4.95 for Rock Hill Farms.
Ouch.
Seems like a lot to me. Orphan Barrel Fable and Folly at $260, I think, or $240. Dude, Becky was going to be able to get that for me in the allocation for like $90. That seems a little high, but I mean, good luck finding that. The one that kills me is Old Ezra. They're asking $105 for that.
You
Which
got
is,
that in Auburn.
That's what it goes for in Kentucky. Dude, we bought that for, what was it, $29?
No, it was like 40.
No, it was less than that, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, it
Rock
definitely
Hill-
was not that price.
Hey, Raven, it looks like Rock Hill was $4.95 here, bro.
That was a lot.
Yeah, that seems like a whole heck of a lot. $17.92s I'm not going to pay a lot of money for, but Old Ezra at $100, no way. Now these
Now, look
bourbons
at
there in
this
the
over
middle,
here.
these bourbons in the middle are the old Saint Nick ones. Like I never know what to do with those. Me and Cuz
I
see these
know.
in Florida all the time, and I never know if they're good.
I
You
don't
can
know
see
about
they're
either.
$200 a bottle. Like I never see these. I don't know what to do.
I'd be willing to try it just because I have not ever tried it before,
right.
but I don't know at $200 if I want to do that. I need to go someplace that has the tasting of it first.
Yeah, right. I mean, if it was really good, maybe we would think about that. The Four-Gate, they're going for $200 here. That's approximately what they go for, I guess. So I'm not having any issues there. I like the Old Tub at $15.57. That's a
That's
very
nice.
specific price. It's a man who knows what he's talking about. Also, check out here, top right, the E.H. Taylor Tornado version.
That is very interesting.
So that Warehouse C got hit by a tornado, I think, in 07 or 08. And
I like what it says on the price tag.
enough said.
Enough said.
$8,700.
$8,700.
I mean, that's an exceptionally rare barrel, and if you're an E.H. Taylor super fan,
I understand
you
that,
want
but
that bottle, but maybe,
you better go get the lottery ticket first to
Maybe
be
not at
able
that
to
price.
justify that.
Raven says he don't sleep on the Old Tub at $15.57. I think that's a good price, honestly. I would drink. I have drank that. And I don't feel like I'm gutter sledding with that. All right, now we're moving over here above the drive-through window, and you see they've got a Blanton's Gold with a leather bag for $5.75. I think we got our bottle for like $125 or whatever.
No, we paid more than that, but That is, now, I thought that was a communal bottle. Is that not
Oh,
a
yeah,
communal
we
bottle?
share custody of that
Yeah,
bottle,
so it was definitely more than $125.
E.H. Taylor there looks like it's at, what, $375 for an 18-year Elijah Craig? I mean, what? We don't even like that one. Like, we've done that one in a
Isn't that
blind
great?
taste test, and it never scores well. This Heaven Hill bottled in bond with the blue top right here.
What's next to it? What's in that box? Is that the
The Heaven
17?
Hill? I don't know. I can't tell.
You can't tell. Anyway.
We saw that Heaven Hill at the distillery, and we passed on it at $80.
Yep.
There's a straight from the barrel. Let's see what they want for that. $4.25 for the straight from the barrel.
Well, Bland's is really hard to find in Kentucky, which is kind of weird. It's hard to find it. Now look at all that. I mean, they had cases of Weller sitting on the floor there.
Yeah, it's one for 68, two for 130.
Yeah.
But we got Weller at the distillery there at Buffalo Trace, and
Yeah, but it
it
was
was less than that.
it was interesting. You don't see cases of Weller just sitting around.
No, not where we're at. No. Try to keep this as steady as I can, but I don't do necessarily the greatest job ever. Kentucky Owl to me is superbly overrated. I'm not interested in paying anything unusual for that stuff. I was kind of going back to make sure we got some of that Blanton's in there. $430 for the Blanton's Black, $375 for Blanton's Red. Yikes, man.
Yep.
And then the regular Blanton's is $158, which seems like a whole heck of a lot.
You still have a whole other side of the wall to do here.
Yeah, we're working there. We're working our way over there. That Wild Turkey 13, cuz, is that the father and son one that we were drinking? It was purple like that. Got some E.H. Taylors up there. Got a whole run of them there. We actually got that Bardstown Foursquare for
Look at
less
that
than-
bottle of Eagle Rare, man. That's sweet.
Now, I actually thought about getting
I
that
thought
one,
about
honestly.
getting that.
That's a
thought
half gallon.
Just
of
because it's
Eagle
a
Rare.
big fatty. You don't ever see that kind of bottle.
183. That should
nice.
probably retail in like the 100 range, I would think.
Tori says, can you bargain or are they firm?
I think he was pretty firm. This old boy. I don't know. That's one thing.
Yeah. I don't think this guy had negotiating power, the guy that was
Yeah,
running it.
I
I don't
think
think
he
it
was
was
just
his
kinda-
shop.
Yeah. Ravin says can't find Weller at all in Florida. Might be able to near Orlando.
I've never heard of Old Louisville.
You know, the only half gallon of Weller I ever got, Ravin, was in Destin. But that was, I think I just got lucky on that one. Melee did ask if these are secondary market prices, and they absolutely are. Absolutely are. So this is not retail, although it's a retail place.
I guess in Kentucky that doesn't matter.
You said
Or somebody turns a blind eye because they get a bottle of Tornado.
Now, cuz, I don't know how you would have felt about this one, but the Michter's limited release, the barrel strength Michter's there in the corner at $2.95, like, that's not insane to me. Like, that's high, but it's not off the reservation. I feel like that bottle's probably worth $200. And Stupub says very specific on these prices. Yeah, some of them have like 52 cents or whatever.
We were someplace
165.09.
that every one of them had a scent after them, and I was like, that's odd.
I don't know. I don't know if that Michter's barrel strength would have done it for me. I mean, $2.95 is a lot, but it's not off the reservation. Cuz says that earlier purple Wild Turkey was not the one we had. I didn't see the Russell's 13 when I was looking. Let's see, that Stag is what, $2.35?
Can't see.
Let me go back here.
I couldn't tell what it
The
said.
cigar blend is $3.99. You
Ugh.
can have it, man.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't see the price on the Stag, guys. I guess I cut it off. And that Russell's 13 year was $400 or something.
Wow.
That's a lot. This is stuff that they have over their coolers. Just some more stuff. One of these Burrells I thought wasn't that bad. I think it was the that black box Burrell. It just says Bourbon on it. That's a 15-year regular Burrell at
Wow.
$2.95. Isn't crazy. It's high, but it's not crazy. Buzzard Roost. Not gonna be touching that. Look at this Hancock's Reserve, yo. They want $2.95 for Hancock's Reserve. That's
I don't
like
think that's worth
88
drinking
proof. That's
that.
like Blanton's Light, man. Again, not hating, dude. They got their product and they got their prices, and I appreciate them letting me take a look there. There's me
Oh,
in the. You
there's
see me up in
Jay.
the video screen there. What an idiot! Idiot.
Stop.
Nothing really of note here.
There's all that
There's your
Thomas
Thomas S.
S.
More.
Yay.
Courtney loves the Thomas
I
S.
love
More.
it. But this was definitely an old school place. I wish that you had gotten a picture of the wooden bookcases that they had all the regular liquor on. It was old school, dusty, like sketchy, like leaning over.
It's just old school.
You were afraid if you picked up one of the bottles, the whole thing would fall apart. But
got some Wilderness Trail down there
cool.
at the end. It looks pretty good.
That's cool.
Not much here I would have really gone after, I don't think. So that's the end of that video. Again,
it's a fun little visit, though.
Kuhneman says, who's that stud in the top right corner?
Yeah, exactly.
What an idiot.
Look at that nerd. Hold on, let's find that nerd again. Where'd he go?
There
Oh, look at that nerd.
Look at me, there
Look
I
at
am.
that nerd.
There I am videotaping. What a goober, man. There's
Look at
Courtney.
that
right
nerd.
behind
Oh,
me.
yeah, there I am.
Making sure. All right, anyway. Toddy's and Barstown, if you guys are out that way, they're not paying us for that, obviously.
No.
But, I would encourage you.
This is investigative journalism. Thanks for your service.
That's right.
That's what I am.
It's fun to do.
I am a reporter at
It's
the
fun to
bottom at the end of the day. Okay, so we also went to, I said a cool billboard outside of Toddy's.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. It was
I'm
fun.
going over to a little photos thing here. Oops, not that one. Oh, I gotta go down here. That's our haul, by the way. We'll get to that here in a second. This is like show and tell.
It is.
Oh yeah, this is it.
I love this.
Now this is a chalkboard thing that was outside of Toddy's,
Yes, I love it.
and Courtney added.
I love
and with my hubby.
I like the middle top one.
Butt chug.
I like my
butt
bourbon
chug.
butt chug. Bourbon butt chug.
Or the other one says, I like it in the trash.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
All over my body. There were some good answers here. Somebody said daily.
Yeah, no judgment.
And somebody said still in bottle. I just thought that was funny. I enjoyed reading that.
Yeah, you said, I'm gonna get a picture of this.
I was like, but who's gonna butt chug bourbon?
We also went to Heaven Hill, which
did.
didn't have much of anything there. I think they just had Elijah Craig's single barrel or whatever, just like the basic Elijah Craig.
there wasn't much there. They have a great gift shop though.
It smells good in there.
Yeah, it smells good, and
It's
they have
brand
a
It was the nicest one that we went.
yes.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Word, respect. The next one was at Willett, which is, okay, so we're going out of order that we went, but we also went to Willett. And when you go to Willett, if J-Dub is still on here, you got to see Tammy. Tammy works in the Willett gift shop. She was our bartender,
tasting connoisseur.
our taster with us
Yes.
last year, and she gave me and J-Dub a bunch
Oh
of
my
shit.
gosh, she gave him so much hell, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
We
it was
loved
pretty
every
awesome.
minute of it.
So I was
she's
like-
one that can rattle it off. Just she's a natural.
And I was hoping she would be there when we showed up this year, and she was.
She was right there. I said, I've got to get a picture, Tammy. This is making his day.
So there's Tammy right there. If you guys go, she's kind of like a greeter. She was acting as a greeter.
That
the
day
we
she
went.
was, yeah. And they've turned the tasting room that we had into like a
actual
fancy
bar.
fancy bar.
Yeah.
They were trying to sell off their expensive stuff, and I was like, nah.
They had some good stuff, though. I mean, in their little bar. Let's see what else we got. After seeing Tammy, we went to Lux Row and snagged the double barrel, which is one of
Yes,
my all-time
that's
favorites.
one of
Maybe
Joe's
should I
favorite.
go over to the hall picture now?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and look at the whole picture.
We'll look at the hall picture. I'm going out of turn here, but yeah, that's part of it.
I like your Bucky shirt.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Why not? The double barrel is, where's the double barrel? Okay, it's front row, second from the right. Lux Row Distillery. That is a double barrel. I believe that's my, I don't want to, Courtney, earmuffs. That's my third bottle of that. Because that's one of my
We have
five
one
favorites.
behind me on the shelf, Jay, that hasn't been opened.
Oh, yeah, well, we have
So
another
I
one,
know
too.
that's your third bottle.
Anyway,
but-
Lux Row. They don't have
Thanks
a
for
lot.
sharing.
They're in charge of Blood Oath. They do Rebel. They do Ezra Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
They do obviously the Lux Row. The only place you get a Rebel 10 year is there at the distillery. They didn't have any, unfortunately.
This is a great picture. Who took this picture?
That's Courtney picture, and she did a great job. That's really That's really nicely lit, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really pretty.
So, let's see here. I
I got video of
requested
that.
the
I got a video of that.
redemption for sure. I really want to try that. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we'll do that the next show.
Maybe you'll take it on the next show.
Okay.
Okay, we've had a couple requests for Buffalo Trace, so we can move on to that. I was taking the other day. I was talking about how there's Donkey Kong at
Yeah,
Buffalo
that's
Trace.
what he said.
Yeah, that's what I called it. So let me get over here to this video. Not that one. I'm going to go to the barrels, Loop Barrel 2. Okay. This is the barrels. This is at Buffalo Trace, and what they have done, they have just dumped those barrels. They are empty, and now this dude, not pictured,
Here he
unfortunately.
is.
There he
no,
is.
There he
And-
is. Oh,
And his job was to knock a bunghole in that bad boy.
that was his whole gig all day.
So you see the barrels were going left to right, as you saw earlier. And watch in the back right, when I point here, that makes no sense to you guys watching. But those barrels are going away from you in that video.
Those are the recently filled barrels.
I don't know if that's true or not.
That is 100% true.
Okay, if you say so.
Because they weigh 550 pounds.
So that's how that thing just got emptied. It's going to make somebody very happy in a short period of time. It's been all that stuff's been aged in that barrel, and away it goes. There's another video of them coming out. It has just been dumped after holding bourbon for however long it was.
Yeah, however many years. At
4
least
years,
4.
5 years, 6 years, 10 years, who knows? They try to keep that stuff a secret. And I like to say it looks like Donkey Kong. Now Courtney thinks
this is a full. You can tell it's a full barrel. Look at it.
he moved
it's
that
full.
pretty easily, Courtney. I don't know. I think that's just.
Jay,
I think that's empty.
He just twisted.
it is not.
Anyway, look at that footage. Somebody said composition. Bunghole or Melee. What's up, man?
Yes.
I want to see if we can just get a little
Wait,
glimpse
here
of
he is,
Mr.
wait.
Bunghole. Where is he at?
There he
There
is.
he is.
Oh yeah.
And his whole job over there on the right, Melee, is just put a bunghole in that bad boy and hit it with his.
And we were trying to understand
hammer.
why they would put a bunghole into an empty barrel. That just seemed a little odd. Why would you put the bunghole in it? But I don't know. I'm not a bourbon barrel.
I've got a theory about what's going on here.
Bunghole.
I'm not a bungholer.
Okay,
You
first
are
of all,
correct.
These barrels have been used, so they
Yes.
can't be used again for bourbon. That would
Right.
be against the rules. He said they take these barrels and use them for other shit.
I understand, but
So
if-
my thought is they're gonna bunghole it, wash it, and then send it back down that scooch away from us. And
those
they're
are
gonna
full barrels.
I don't think they are, but whatever.
They're full barrels,
If you
but
think
that's
so.
okay. Anyway,
Also, we saw the Blanton's line where all the Blantons is made. I think it's this one.
packaged.
There it is.
Look at that.
There's only 2 lines where Blanton's is made, and this is one of them. There's one on the left there from where the guy with the hat on behind him. There's another lane, and they were doing Blanton's Gold on this day. Now, I don't know if they do that every day, but that's all the Blantons that was going out that day. And it ain't
Pretty
moving
cool.
real fast.
And one of the things I thought was interesting is that they don't put every one of them in a box. They put some in a box and some not in a box because people were busy breaking the boxes open to find the letter on them first.
Yeah. Beatrix Haynes says they put the bunghole on to keep critters out.
Oh, that makes sense. See?
Yeah. You never know who wants to
Think
get
about
up in
that.
you.
You never know who wants to get in your bunghole.
That's
So
exactly right.
it's good to stop it up.
So that's the Blanton's line. If you ever wonder where the magic happens, it's right there.
Pretty cool.
We also got some stuff at the Buffalo Trace gift shop. Let me go to this. I have a photo for that.
Oh, is this you and your basket?
Yeah, I had an actual shopping basket when we were there for that one.
Is this the point?
By the way, this is also a picture of the same line you just saw, but you guys just saw the video, so I don't know why you would care. Here I am at Buffalo Trace with my buggy.
He's so happy. Look how happy he is.
We got a Weller Green,
Mm-hmm.
I got a Bourbon Cream, and I got some Wheatley Vodka for Madison, and we also got some little ones. Oh, Courtney, Maddie's got something she would like to say. Go.
Guys, I know everybody in here is going to laugh at me for saying that this vodka was like high quality or whatever. But like when I tell you it went down smooth, like it did not have that rubbing alcohol aftertaste. I was like, guys, I got to get a bottle of this. So I got a bottle for literally like what, $18, and it tastes freaking good. Like just straight up. You can take a shot of it without wanting to yak. So that's my take on it.
Man, that's an awesome take.
I can take
you
a
can
shot
take
of
a
that
shot of it and not want to
Without
yak.
wanting to yak. That's how you know it's good.
That means it's quality.
I did.
But thank goodness, you know, she's 21 now, because other than that, we would never have bought the liquor for her, of course.
Right, I mean, she's
Right.
21.
I mean,
though,
now
so
that she's 21,
I mean,
we
obviously
can do
she's
that.
21.
We have to talk about bourbon.
We will talk about Bourbon Cream.
We bought bourbon cream in there as well.
I got some in my sack there.
Bourbon cream, for those that are not even bourbon fans, you really need to try some of that stuff. It's delicious. A great after dinner drink. You can pour it on.
Digestive.
DJ Steve.
Okay, thank you.
I took French, y'all.
Y'all.
I took French, y'all. We're so glad. After that, we also went to Michter's. This is, so on Bourbon Row or Whiskey Row, Distillers Row in Louisville, they have a small Michter's distillery. So they have a bigger one outside of town, but in town they have a small still, and they make some of their own stuff there. This is one of their, I don't know what you call that, a mash lagoon? I don't know. This is where their mash
Lagoon.
is, and it sits there for up to, I think, a couple days at the
What kind of
longest.
wood is that, Jay?
That is not the usual wood. That is a wood.
Do you remember what kind of wood it is?
No, what is it?
Because if that's cypress, which is now an endangered tree. So therefore, if those break, they're out of luck in replacing it with cypress unless a tree falls on its own. And then they can go use that wood.
Which if you look up in the I don't know if you call it a barrel or vat that's closest to you in the picture. If you look in the top right there's a little bit of a lighter wood there. She said that was an area that had to be repaired, and that those pieces came from a tree that naturally fell. That was the only way they could do it. So,
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Michter's, by the way, started in Pennsylvania, where you have kin, right? Your mom was from Blue Balls Falls or whatever, and that's why the cypress apparently was a big deal up there at the time. And then when they came to Kentucky, they kept up with that. So that's what the mash looks like. That's when it very first started on its journey to becoming some bourbon. Also, this was our tasting at Michter's. There's the little pogs I was telling you about earlier that look like that cover the glasses. And those are the 5 that we got. I thought that their rye was not ass, which I usually
Yeah, I
think
was very
rye is
surprised as well. I was not anticipating a delicious taste, but it was good. It was good.
It
I'll
was
take
good. My favorite here would have been the red on the bottom left, the red bourbon whiskey, which I don't think we couldn't get our hands on, unfortunately. But the sour mash whiskey and the blue American whiskey are very common. You can find those in Alabama ABCs and whatnot. Michter's is okay. It's just very soft. And they take a lot of pride in it being soft. They had some special process where...
Well, it's not completely bourbon.
They don't add water at the end. They add water at the beginning or something like that. I don't know. Scout did a hell of a job telling us that story. Peerless was another place we hit. We kind of talked about that earlier. We didn't take the tour this time. I love Peerless. But we've got their products here. And we've been,
Last year, though.
Right.
yeah, and we hung out.
Hung out with Corky.
We also ate at Jack Ruby's. I don't have a picture for that, but Jack Ruby's Steakhouse in downtown Louisville.
Oh,
Jeff Ruby's.
Jeff Ruby's.
Jack Ruby was a vigilante.
Jeff Ruby.
Sack.
Oh, you have a
yeah, we
sack? Maddie's got a sack? Oh,
This
We have
is
the-
their to-go thing, you guys. It's like a whole,
Yes, it was a sack.
a sack.
Yes, a big
Culinary
sack.
entertainment.
Yeah, we had some culinary entertainment.
Ooh, yes, we did.
Whew,
Yeah,
man, our server was nice on the eyes.
pretty sexy.
Yeah, he was a nice
mean-
looking guy. I mean, first of all, as a good looking man, he's asking me what he can bring me, and he's in a little white coat. It was a nice experience. It was a culinary experience. Yes.
All right. By the way, I had the biggest pork chop I've ever seen in my life
Yes.
at that place. It was delish. Amazing.
Yes. Whatever. Oh gosh, what was his name? What was his name, Maddie? The server.
I thought he looked like the guy from Panic!
I
at the Disco.
forgot.
I think he looks like
Anyway,
Yuri?
anything he asked, he's like, "Well, would you like this?" I was like, "Yes, I would."
Courtney, why do you always say, God, you're such a...
He was
you're
good
such a-
looking.
Can a girl be a simp? Yes, she is. I'm just saying. Okay, so Jeff Ruby's, excuse me, was great. Cousin Becky were there as well.
Yes, they were.
Knuman says Jack Ruby is in Dallas. He certainly was. Another thing we got to do was an Old Forester tasting, which Becky hooked us up with. I didn't even know this existed. I mean, I
it
knew
was
they
very
had
cool.
tastings, but this is called the Atherton tasting, which was held in the Atherton room. Pictured there in the top left is Trisha, also known as Trish, who was our Old Forester representative. She was awesome.
She was great. She was great. I really liked her.
She's very cool. Maddie was in there for that, along with cousin Becky, and also the
a lot of
dude,
fun.
the disabled guy was actually badass sitting to my left. It was cool as shit. So the deal here was you get more like one-on-one time with somebody who really knows what they're talking about, and then we got to try 4 different versions of the 117 series, which is named after, I believe, their address, or
Yes.
what was supposed to be their address.
Yes, their original address on Main Street.
Right?
I don't think so.
That's why they wanted the
Oh, I think
address.
they had both. That's right. At one time
Yes.
they had both.
They wanted 117 address, but they got 119.
All right, there you go, Maddie. Thank
City
you.
of
You were
Louisville
listening.
for you.
You're a good student. That's why we love you.
We enjoyed that. That was fun.
Left to right, that is from Warehouse H, I believe. That's the double. Okay, if you like 1910, that's the very, very old 1910 or whatever.
That was yummy.
Basically triple barreled Old Fine whiskey is what the second one was. The third one was the Whiskey Row Fire, which we actually have that bottle right here. The Whiskey Row Fire. There's nothing special about this bourbon aside from the fact that this stuff had been put into barrels the day they had a huge fire.
Yes, and that was like maybe 8 years ago.
Something
10
like
years
that,
ago?
yeah.
10
So it's
years
kind of an
ago?
homage to the firefighters
Something like that.
kept it going
Yes.
and saved the distillery there.
And that was pretty cool when they actually brought that out. They invited all the firefighters in Louisville to come and get a bottle first, which is cool.
Newman says Trisha Forrester. And the last one there was Warehouse H, I think, on the end, and that's the one they gave us an opportunity to buy some, and that's the one that we got was the Warehouse H. For me, I was really intrigued by that Old Fine Whiskey Double Double.
1910 is one of my favorites as well. I love it. It's my go-to if I have an option.
Warehouse K and Warehouse H. So we ended up getting the H.
Yeah.
I was trying to see because exactly what you were talking about on that one, but yeah, she was cool. She didn't drink though.
No, she didn't drink.
Yeah, she wasn't allowed to do that because you don't want to do that for people.
But
And then here's a close-up shot of the one that we got, the Warehouse H barrel, which we have not opened, but we tasted it there. But
taste it there.
we got a few of those.
It was good.
No doubt. We also went to the Evan Williams experience, which is there on Whiskey Row.
Yes, I wasn't sure about that at first because I was like, Evan Williams, I mean, I don't think that that's one that's a normal ringing endorsement to go and visit.
Yeah,
when
that's
you're
not
thinking
necessarily.
about it, but they did a really good job with the historical aspect of it, and they went back to who Evan Williams was and his importance in the Louisville history.
Yeah, it was
bourbon.
kind of immersive in a way. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like
Yeah.
those 360-degree movies you're in, IMAX, kind of like that. And
It was cool. They did a really good job.
It made Evan Williams feel like a real person. You
Mm-hmm.
kind of got a feeling for who he was. He was a bad man, actually. He was the dock master or the yacht master or whatever the
He
fuck
was
that was.
the
Wharfman.
Wharf.
Wharf master.
master.
There it is, Maddie. That's what he was. Apparently, a wharf master back in the day was that was a gig right there. You get a lot of bitches doing that.
That's exactly what they said.
Although we have Old Forester on our screen here, we're talking about the Evan Williams experience. Our Bourbon, what was he? The Bourbon Ambassador, I think was his actual name. His name was Austin. He was our tour guide.
He was great.
What a stud that guy
He was. He wanted us to go to the gift shop.
Gift shop. He always
Gift
said
shopping.
it twice. Gift shop. Gift shop. Gift shop. And I thought those people went way out of their way to be cool, to be ambassadors for their product. They gave us opportunity to buy a lot of different Evan Williams stuff. Some good stuff, actually. We ended up getting something else from there, but one of the best parts of that trip was going upstairs to their third floor bar, and me and the cuz got a flight.
And your nephew.
And my nephew got a flight of the Old Fitzes. So
Yeah, that's Old Fitzgerald, 15, 16, and 17
yeah,
year.
exactly. The 100 is not the price. That is the proof. And also, it was called On 3, which kind of bothered me. That's kind of one of our competitors now in the
Only because it's on the third floor.
subscription sports base. But yeah, it was on the third floor, and they were talking about, the bartenders were like, we're just trying to come up with a name for this fucking place. And I figured it'd be On 3 because we're on the third floor. I said, watch out, Shannon Terry's coming for you for that trademark. The Old Fitz, man, was good, but I will say this. The 16 and the 17 are like way better than the 15.
See, I disagree.
Like, way better.
I like the 15. I like the 15.
Well, you can drink it all damn day if you want to.
Well, I mean, not going to at the price point that it is, but it was good. And of course, the Old Fitz bottle is really cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the 60s, 70s decanters that were sitting around the house.
By the way, we got Leif B in the house, one of our all-time
Leif!
favorites from the
Yes.
Western Kentucky. He asked if we went to the Jack Daniels factory.
Oh, no, we don't
Hold on,
go
hold on.
there.
I worked there in Louisville a few months back, and I was like, what the hell? Jack Daniels is Tennessee BS. Thank you, Leif.
True,
See,
but
Leif
you
knows.
know who owns them?
Yeah, I think Old Forester owns
Yes.
them, right? So they kind of got taken over by the good guys, but yeah, Jack Daniels can kiss my ass. The only time I drink that is it's the last drink available.
Wasn't Old Forester the only one that makes their own barrels? Yeah, they make their own barrels, and they ship them to Jack Daniels, and that's where the one that's in northern Alabama goes, is to Jack Daniels.
Yeah, we do have a big ass cooperage in
Cooperage, very good.
North
Nice
Alabama,
job.
but their barrels go to Jack Daniels.
Yes.
Also, Melee says On 3, never heard of it.
Very good.
Good answer,
We like
Melee.
that guy's good answer.
And also, J-Dub says Evan Williams Single Barrel is damn good. Evan Williams Single Barrel is a very good bourbon at the price.
Yes, at the price, it is
$25
very
to
good.
$30. It drinks perfectly
Yes.
good. And by the way, J-Dub, I got a little present for you. I'm going to break some news right here on the stream. Will you grab that hat right there, Madison?
Yeah.
Oh, where's the golf ball?
I didn't
No,
get it.
we
only
got this
one.
instead.
I got this from a man, J-Dub. Look at this, Big Daddy. I got you a McKenna.
Yeah,
McKenna hat.
you're definitely going to enjoy that.
You are going to absolutely dig this, bro. What an absolute stud you're going to be.
Oh,
with that
yes,
hat
the
on.
trucker hat on top of the J-Fro. Looks great.
My man J-Dub absolutely loves the McKenna, and I was very stoked to be able to get that for him.
Yes,
Okay, so that was our post-game drinks at the Old Fitz flight there.
that was yummy.
Delicious. But Cuz will back me up on this. The 16 and 17 are way better than 15. Also, highlight of the trip for me, we went to Blade and Bow, and me and Cuz got our chalices. I don't know what the word is, chali. I don't know what the plural of chalices is, but if you get all 5 keys,
From
1,
Blade
2,
and
3,
Bow.
4, 5 from Blade and Bow bottles, and you show photographic evidence, they will give you, for free, a simulated gold-plated, made in China chalice with your name
Engraved on
it.
It's pretty cool. I mean, but you have to show up there to claim it. They will not mail it to
Right,
you.
they won't mail it to you. You got to show up. And
Yes, but if you show up, you get to go upstairs, and their bar is the Garden and Gun Club of Louisville, and it is very nice. Very nice, very well detailed. Looks very nice.
Hell no. I like to wear it like this, man. I look like a trucker. Let's see. Melee says J-Dub needs a tractor now. He can run a tractor, I promise you, man. Kanuman says that looks like a scene from Zoolander. Anyway, I was very proud of my challenge. Later that day, we went to a wing joint, and I filled that up with cheap beer and drank it all damn day.
Sure did.
I was so
Anybody
stoked.
ever heard of Falls City beer? It's awful,
It should
but
be
you
called
got to drink
Ass
it.
City beer. Is what it should be
terrible.
Called. I don't know. It tastes good after a while.
After a while, after the wing sauce burns your tongue, it
You know,
tastes
it's like
great.
when you have an ugly girlfriend in high school that you're just dating her because she's permissive, and you just kind of get used to it after a while. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Says J-Dub, don't wear the hat or you'll get lice.
Kanuman thinks that I'm going to give him lice. This is an outrage. One of the other pleasures in life is playing Jenga in a hotel lobby
With strangers
with
behind
strangers
us.
watching us.
That's a
critiquing.
great photo, Jay. I love
It's a
the
terrible
action
photo. 'Cause
photo.
I told you to sit still and you couldn't do it, but I got the guy laughing behind you. He was having a great time watching us play Jenga.
Yeah.
So the Moxie is a hotel in Louisville, right off the Stillers Row. It's literally like half
Very
a block
convenient
off.
to any of those. They are in a lot of big
They
cities.
are in a lot of big
Moxie
cities,
is.
and I love the Moxie vibe. You got a bar where you check in. They've also got a zombie taco where they serve food until like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and everybody just kind of congregates in that lobby. And you want to say something, Madison? Go for it. Right.
Yeah, so when you check in, well, last year they gave us coupons, like one per person that was staying under your name or whatever. Anyways, they gave us a coupon for a free cocktail, and of course it's just like a well vodka with strawberry lemon jizz or whatever. And but this year they were like, oh, we can't do that anymore, so they gave us a coupon for a free mocktail, but you could upgrade to a cocktail for $1. And of course, Jay and Courtney didn't want their coupon, so Mad Dog was sipping on it all night long, and it was pretty scrumptious.
Thanks, Maddie. Good update. We love playing Jenga. We got to play 2 or 3 games.
We played Jenga. They have a stand-up arcade game there. They had the giant what do you call it?
Connect 4.
Connect 4. Thank you.
Connect 4.
It's a fun little place, and the best part is that it's extremely convenient to walk to any some restaurants and any of those distilleries right there on Whiskey Row.
It's in the same block as Old Forester. I mean, it's probably a 3-minute walk. That was a great cough. And turning your head when you've got a wireless mic on you is not going to help very much.
You're a lot of fun. I really appreciate that, Jay.
We also went to Hell or High Water Speakeasy.
Yes,
which,
and that's right. That is literally,
in
what,
the
half
same
a block
block.
away from...
And I've got an interesting
Yes.
video.
Oh.
This is how drunk I was there.
Oh, y'all ready for this? This is lovely.
Let's say that you're in a private room.
I was in a private room. That was the curtain into our private room, and I always felt like people were going to put their head in there and do that and then back out.
No, nobody was going to do that, Jay, I promise.
I love where I go,
This was after perhaps a few beverages.
I've had a few at this point, yeah. It's really cool being down there. It's
I
like,
like the frozen shot right
it's
there.
it's underground, and it
Somebody please put that on the bunker.
there was a bachelor party right next to a bachelorette party. A lot more bachelors than bachelorettes, and
They were
me and
creepy.
Maddie were just kind of rolling by. Hold on, Maddie's got something she wants to say about this.
Yeah, so towards the end of the night, our waitress had been like, we were like, what's the tea on this, Miss Girl? And she was like, well, they're being kind of suspect or whatever. So me and Mr. J are like, all right, we're finna walk by and peruse the situation, see what's going on. And I walk by and I'm drunk as hell. I've had like 4 margaritas plus all the alcohol at the wings place. But anyways, so I walk by the bachelor party and I'm like, yo, who's getting married? Like, congrats. And they all start pointing at different people in the group.
That actually happened. That really happened. One thing that was kind of funny was they were trying to convince the bachelor, who did not know the other girls, that he would sing for the bachelorette. And they were
we're not the same party.
No, they
didn't
know each other, but they were just trying to convince him to sing a song for her. And he said, hell with it, I'll do it. The server was just like, I've seen this play out so many fucking times. I'm not even going to like slow down because she actually gave him like 5 seconds. Like, let's see if this dipshit actually does it. The girls got their cameras out, and then he didn't do it. And the server just like rolled her eyes and went on about her day.
We had a really good time there, and we actually ended up getting kicked out of our private room because we stayed too long. So they put us over in like the little library area. It's really neat.
Yeah, Cuz said we eventually got kicked out of that room.
That's right.
We did. We got put in the library after
I think that might have had something to do with Jay and his his video here.
Leif says, Courtney, if that's not your new photo of Jay every time he calls you, then I'm disappointed.
True. I mean, who wouldn't want to answer that phone?
What a stud that guy is. Something else that we did reluctantly is we ended up going to Stewart's graduation at University of Kentucky, and we did get a picture of Stu Fart. What a legend this guy is right here. There he is.
There he is. Yes. He's now Dr. Stu.
There are pictures of all of us together, but the only one I had on my phone was of me and him. So
well, yeah.
Sorry. So that's me and Stu Fart. He and his to-be wife, fiance, Cheyenne, they're going to be moving to Anchorage, Alaska.
They are in process right now.
And like they're fired up about it. Like she is like, yes, sir, and he's fired up too. And you predicted maybe a year ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, he'd end up in Alaska doing general practitioner stuff. Exactly what he's doing.
Yep. I think it's going to be great.
I've already contacted Alaska Tiger from the site. He lives in Wasilla, which is right outside of Anchorage, and he's going to hook up with Stewart and see. He's a really awesome guy. We'll just kind of see if Stewart needs anything and what up with that. So yeah, it was cool.
2 UK graduates right there.
2
Look
UK
at
graduates. That's absolutely true.
Look at that.
They called him Dr. Jones, which was really cool
weird.
to hear that. Dr.
It's
Jones.
weird.
He does not look like a doctor to me, but
no. But
yeah.
he is.
And Knuman says Krutenfinger again is the Commodore
That's
closet
right.
Potato.
That is a Krutenfinger.
Yeah, it is kind of the Krutenfinger, but that guy's a stud.
Yep.
And again, 2 UK graduates.
I know.
Knuman says I was supposed to be in Juneau today. Wow.
What?
Juneau's actually a long way from Anchorage, but still Alaska.
I imagine
so I give you
his
full credit.
injury is keeping him from that.
One other thing, I guess we should probably show our haul if you want to go through and explain kind of some of the stuff we got here, Miss Courtney, just kind of left to right.
Well,
Let's see which ones Courtney has an opinion on.
Those two, that first Bardstown we got at the place in
Chuck's.
Yes, Chuck's in Bowling Green. Mm-hmm. The Bourbon Cream we got, and of course Buffalo Trace. The two Bardstown in the back, our lovely friend Cuz brought back from when he went to Bardstown Bourbon Company. We tried to go, but it was closed on the day that we were there. Just so y'all know, it is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So that was a little bit of a bummer. The one in the front, the Rebel, that is definitely something that Jay would have picked out. It's not one of my faves.
I love Rebel.
But that goes for it. The Redemption is my pick, and we're going to taste that next week. We'll taste the other Redemptions we have as well.
We are. Okay. Mm-hmm. We are. I mean, we are. It's a statement.
That's all you have to know. Yeah. Weller, just a regular old bottle of Weller. The Old Forester we already discussed. The Elijah Craig, tell them about that.
Yeah, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was one that we picked up at the Evan Williams experience. And this is a harder bottle to find, but it's not impossible. Sometimes it pops up. I wasn't going to get it because I thought it was too damn hot. Me and Cuz had a sip because Austin was like, yo, you need to have a sip of this before you pass it.
They were very nice and were sharing.
Yeah, they would let you have anything. So me and Cuz took a sip, and I was like, interesting. Courtney, why don't you take a sip? And you hit it, and you go,
I was like, that's good.
can we get this?
And
Austin goes, well, hell yeah, you can. And I said,
it was good.
Done deal.
I like it.
It's 124, almost 125 proof. So,
Yeah.
but it tastes good. Yeah. Lux Row double barreled. I mean, you love that one, right?
I don't remember tasting
That
it
copper
ever.
top on the
Yeah.
top of that bad boy weighs like 10 pounds. I'm serious.
And you got your maker's mark in the back. I don't remember what that was. I remember where we got it. We got it in Bowling Green as well at the other Chucks, but I do not recall.
That's a
what.
special wood finishing series,
Okay.
a 2023 version. It's actually, it looks like a black label, but it's a blue label.
Okay. And then those last two we definitely got in Spring Hill. And I definitely wanted us to get a 4-gate because we'd had 4-gate before at a bunker event in Huntsville
Yeah, with Archie.
with Archie,
Archie, the
and it
bunker
was
legend.
delicious. So I wanted to hit that again.
And then somebody asked, was it Ravin? Asked about the bookers in the back. That's interesting you would ask that, Ravin. That's a gift from AU Taxman, who gifted that to the bunker event we had last June in Birmingham. And we did sip on it. We didn't finish it at all. We got maybe a quarter of the way through. We had so much bourbon. We must have had
We
a bottle
did.
and a half per person there.
Yeah, we have to do another event in Birmingham.
Yeah, we love the Birmingham people.
Oh, that was fun.
So I told him that whatever we didn't drink, I would save at my house. And I mean, that's blood money right there. Like, I don't touch that stuff. The only time I take that anywhere is if we're going to a bourbon event. I took that down, Ravin, to the event there in Orange Beach. And a couple people had a sip, but nothing too serious.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good. It's hot, but it's good. And then Kanuman says, surprised Archie did not block it. Little bunker humor right there. I like that. He also asked, Kanuman did we make it to Old Talbot Tavern?
No, we did not.
We did
and
not.
And that's in Bardstown.
It is, and we tried to hit that last time.
We did, and
it
it was booked up.
Yeah, we couldn't.
Booked up. But
If it's a good place in Bardstown, you better have reservations way out because
Yeah.
everybody's trying to
better
get
know
that.
that. So let's see here. My favorite from this, there's a couple I haven't even had yet, honestly. I haven't had the Redemption in the front, so I'm going to drink that for the first time here tomorrow. I mean, next week, not tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to wait and we'll try it here on our show.
Okay.
But I'm excited about it because it's definitely a finished one and I like those. So, what else here? I have not.
You like
the bourbon
buttercream.
cream is delicious. That is definitely something you need to have. Maddie, why don't you share a little bit about your story?
My story, I don't know what that entails, but bourbon cream, it just tastes like a freaking chocolate milkshake. Like, I just wanted to down that whole thing. I was the one that insisted that we get a bottle to bring home. I tasted it at the tasting that we did with the vodka and the other bourbon at Buffalo Trace, and it was just delectable. That's all I got to say about it.
You remember the tidbit that they said about what you can mix with it?
Oh, yes. They also said that they package Fireball at Buffalo Trace. I don't know how accurate or how... Yeah, it was an employee that insisted that they do that there, but they said that Fireball mixed with bourbon cream is kind of yummy, maybe a little cinnamon milkshake moment.
Like a Cinnabon is what she said, like a Cinnabon. That sounds
Wow.
pretty tasty
I
now.
like
That might be the
Cinnabon.
only way I ever drink Fireball.
Kanuman says, great call, Maddie T.
Good
What?
job.
I need my laugh. There's my laugh right there. Oh, I like my laugh. Sorry. I like the laugh. I'm a little bit out of Yeah. So that was our haul. That's pretty much all we had to say about Kentucky right there.
It was a lot. We had a good time.
Yeah,
It was
we
a lot
did.
of fun. I enjoy my trip up there every time.
And of course, we call this the bourbon. Corey W says J-Lo's Fireball shots. I actually do love Fireball
No,
shots.
you don't love Fireball shots until you're already lit and you're trying to get more lit.
The problem with Fireball shots is they happen for me between 10 o'clock and midnight, and all that sugar just destroys me.
True.
Yes, my God, there's so much sugar in that stuff, you know?
Yes.
But I do like a bourbon cream late at night,
Yes.
like as a digestive. I don't know how to say it.
DJ
Steve.
Melee says delectable sounds like dude divides. I like it. Ravin says, do you drink it on ice or straight or let it warm up in the sun before you tug on it?
Oh, yes. So normally it's just, I prefer it just, I would say,
Yeah, what are we
room
talking
temperature.
about? Are you talking about?
Bourbon cream.
Oh, I thought
I'm
it was
sure.
talking about something else.
Oh, well, I'm sure. Oh, maybe he's talking about Fireball. Fireball needs to be like as close
As is called
33 degrees.
32, 32.1 degrees.
Yeah, because that stuff's awful. The bourbon cream.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just so sweet. It's like sugar. It's just like a big dose of sugar. Like in it. For somebody that doesn't take in a lot of sugar.
Jay, what else did you learn this week?
Oh, that's interesting you would ask that, Courtney. So I was listening to Howard Stern, because we can't just talk about bourbon on the Bourbon Blend.
True.
We talk about other stuff too. And not that I've got my first therapy appointment tomorrow, but we'll talk about that another time. Ed Sheeran, you may know him as a great singer. Maddie, are you familiar with a singer of British origin named Ed Sheeran? Songs such as Castle on the Hill and whatever the fuck else he sings. Shape of You.
Shape of You.
He was on Stern. And he seemed like a very bright individual. Call Me Biscuit's in the house. What up, Call Me Biscuit?
Hey there.
What a legend. And he was on the Stern Show, and he had that interview went on almost 2 hours, which sounds awful, but he was actually really entertaining. And he brought up something that I think is really, really important in society today, and I'm going to put up the quote right here. This is the quote that I personally snatched right off the show because I went back and listened to it again. And I'll go ahead and speak these words because you can't read. You learn nothing from success, you learn everything from failures. This is the thing that annoys me about the state of the world right now. No one talks about failure. Failure is shame. Success happens from failing hundreds of times and falling flat on your face. I cannot stand stronger for this statement.
It's very true. It's very true. And unfortunately, social media these days makes everybody look all perfect and the family looks awesome. Nobody's having any problems. And unfortunately, sometimes that creates more problems for people because they see, oh, this person's life is so great and mine is, I'm struggling. And they don't want to own up. Yeah, that's tough.
I think about this all the time, man, because I think that as a person, I think I'm scared to fail. I think I have a real fear of failure. I really do. I didn't used to.
I know you do.
I didn't
I know
used
you
to.
do.
I didn't used to.
That's why we ended up doing this show, because somebody kept poking you and prodding you, and we're just doing it for funsies.
Who was poking and prodding me?
This chick.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was like, Courtney, that's not going to work.
Well, it doesn't matter if it works. We're
And then
having a good time.
and
We're
then, of
enjoying
course-
it, and it is
And then the
maybe
stream,
a few people enjoy.
the stream failed earlier, but
That's okay.
but we got it back
It's a
out.
failure, and you got to figure it out and move on.
I know, and already in the show, I've been thinking about ways that we could probably fix that in the future. So, I'll be honest. So I'd already said it though, but I'm terrified to fail, and I shouldn't be. When I was younger, I didn't used to be. I mean, of course, we were broke and nobody. We were eating ramen and happy to have it, so I wasn't
exactly.
worried about it. Madison wasn't even a thought at that point, so it's like she doesn't remember that stuff. But like these days, like I don't know, I get worried about failing and stuff.
I know, and
I
that's
shouldn't.
part of it, though. That's
How-
why Jay needs to write a book.
How are we gonna ever get anywhere if you don't fail sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But in our society, it's just like,
That's how you learn.
especially when you're in sports, like these coaches and players are always like, can't fail. You know, we can't ever make a mistake, and it's like.
That doesn't make any sense, because you have to fail.
But Vince says as long as y'all are having a good time, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's exactly what you were saying the whole
Exactly.
time. So Ravin's
Right.
definitely got it. I don't want to give away too much information, but Ravin is married, and Ravin is a stud, and he's well balanced, and he's a smart individual. So
There you go.
That's the kind of statement that I would expect from a guy like that.
But everybody has failures, and everybody should acknowledge that they have failures, and covering them up doesn't help anybody else.
Well, part of the problem is that I don't have a lot of failures because I don't take a lot of chances, and I probably need to do more of that. I'm going to therapy tomorrow, first time in a while. I'm going to see a therapist tomorrow for the first time in like
Kind of leads right into the next.
40. I don't think we have time for that this time, Courtney.
Yeah, but it's been a little while, but it's time to go, because there's some stressors in life that need to have an
not in-
outside party to talk to.
Not in this room, but
No, but that's good.
in another room in town.
One
There is.
single room.
And I got to learn how to kind of fight through that. Pocket Watch is in the house.
Hey, Pocket Watch.
What up, Pocket? What a
Yes.
stud. Is that guy a stud or what, man? We love
Yes.
Pocket Watch, one of our bunker legends.
About pictures.
Madison, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I just said that Canoe Man said isn't Imgur or whatever the site to host photos or whatever.
I'm sorry, yes. Canoeman wants to take that picture of me and post it somewhere. So, yeah, Imager is what I use. You can also use IMGBB, I believe.
Oh, I'm
do
so
that.
excited.
Canoeman says everyone can benefit from therapy. It's interesting you say that, Canoeman, because another thing that Ed Sheeran talked about on the Stern Show was about therapy, that he goes to therapy a lot. And he says in America, in his opinion, or in his experience, it's very normalized here that, like, when he talks to his American friends and says he's going to therapy, they're always like, good on you, man. That makes a lot of sense. But when he talks to his friends in England, they're like, what's going on, man? What's wrong? Like, it's kind of like it's still a source of shame, I guess, over there, where he thinks in America it's something that we accept a lot. I don't necessarily see that myself.
Well, I think that it happens to be maybe perhaps different demographics in America too, because there's different cultures that accept it a little more freely than other cultures.
Yeah.
I always say that therapy is for upkeep and not necessarily for when you have to fix devastation, you know? I have a lot of friends that their parents are old school and are against therapy. They're like, well, did I mess you up that bad? Like, what, did somebody die? Like, why do you have to go? And it's like, no, it's just somebody to talk to that's not biased, and they can give you good advice on literally anything, and you know it'll be sound professional advice.
True.
It's good stuff, Maddie.
Very true.
Although I'm going because I need help. But I would still respect the point.
No, it makes sense though, too.
I need a specific...
It's probably better. Well, it's better a lot of times to maintain the therapy instead of just go when you're in crisis or having issues.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in crisis, but I need a specific...
You
I need
need
some
help to
with
work
a specific
with something.
issue.
And it's always great to have somebody, like Maddie said, somebody that isn't going to take somebody's side.
Raven says,
Give you a
Madison
better idea.
speaking truth. Look at that. Raven's got your back, Maddie.
That is true.
This guy's an absolute stud, by the way. Call Me Biscuit says, I went to therapy during the pandemic. It was called the brain drain.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Communal therapy. It kind of was,
It was.
actually. We did a
It
lot of
was.
shows during the pandemic. I was
was.
I was probably more scared than most, but yeah, we kind of talked it out and had a lot of fun together. And Call Me Biscuit is one of our swoogans, and what a stud. We're so glad to have him hanging as part of the AuburnSports.com
Yes.
family, and also the Brain Drain family, and now the Bourbon Blend family.
Yes. Our
Indeed.
very petite family. We have a tight-knit group on Bourbon Blend.
I'm not sure petite's the word I would have used. Maybe just, we just have the one.
No, I'm talking about the tight-knit group that we have on the Bourbon Blend.
Oh, the Bourbon Blend.
Yes.
Hey, here's the
That's
thing,
what I'm
though.
talking about.
Someday, years from now, when we got like 35,000 people on the stream, we're going to be like, look what we were like when we were just getting started.
35,000.
We're doing this because we like doing it.
Yes.
Right? And we love talking to these folks. Most of them we know personally.
Well, and
but-
another thing is, too, a lot of people as they get older, I'm going to say we're older, and our child is not home most of the time, you need a little something to do together. And this is just a little different avenue on, we're not having a knitting circle or anything like that, but we have decided that we like bourbon and want to share it with others.
I want to share.
Like
To
sharing.
share our love.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm going to yak.
She loves it. She loves it. Maddie loves it in particular.
Maddie loves it. She has a great throat.
Also, I did see something earlier from Raymond Cheney. What up, bro? I hadn't seen you. Well, he was on our show last week, too, or 2 weeks ago. So thanks for coming by, Raymond. Appreciate you. Pocket Watch says, highly to very highly functioning individuals need psychologists to help them on track and highly functioning.
To keep them on track.
Yeah, to keep, just like you were saying, as a maintenance thing, right? Kanuman says, the brain drain got us through. We have to drain more often. We'll forever
That
have a
is
special
true.
place in my heart. We probably need to do that
Yes.
more often, yeah. I know that a lot of people would like to see one today because of the weirdness that's been going on today, where
yeah.
Auburn put out a statement saying that they're looking into some stuff, they're aware of some stuff, some...
A little vague.
I don't know if they said student athletes, but some people are facing indefinite suspensions due to stuff.
Stuff.
But never said what it was, which I thought was crazy. And then I ran that by a trusted associate who is an attorney, and he said, "No, this is smart. This is textbook smart. This is what people do in positions of authority at colleges when they're making good decisions." And I said, "Okay." As a reporter, I want information,
Right.
but as an attorney, as a risk assessor, as a university counsel, you got to think differently. So.
Makes sense.
There were some videos out circulating, Courtney,
Yes, I
that were
heard.
a little tawdry.
I heard.
And yeah, I wouldn't have said much about it, but Auburn kind of jumped out and got in front of that, so we'll
Well.
see what goes on. Let's see, Kanuman says, figured it out, cannot use the photo upload, have to use the link upload instead on the bunker. Great, Kanuman's already got that picture on
I'm
the
so
bunker.
glad he has that up. That's awesome.
Great.
That is great.
But I don't know if you got the video,
wait.
though, me going, nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, we need sound.
I think it was the Lady Gaga room is what they called that.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway. All right, we got 18,000 people.
Woo!
On the
Thank y'all
stream.
for joining us.
And for staying with us, right? Because
Yes.
we bottomed out a couple
We
times.
did bottom
I
out.
think honestly, I think I did figure out what the issue was on our.
But I want to know if we have 18 viewers and we only have 16 likes. Where are the other 2?
Yeah, what the hell
Jeez,
happened?
come on,
We
folks.
should do better than that. So next week we're gonna drink.
We're drinking redemption. We're going to
But I
taste
thought
different
was-
kinds of redemption.
I thought it was supposed to be a bourbon that everybody could get.
We can't get redemption.
I mean, not
They
that
can get it.
cognac. Our friends in Tennessee can maybe, but like Ravin's not in Tennessee. You might not be able to get that.
Okay, well,
All right, you
we're
already made
getting
the decision.
pick a redemption. You can get redemption.
All right, word.
True?
So we'll sip on that, and I'll talk about how my therapy appointment went. And
There'll
I'm
be
sure
a second form of therapy.
I'm sure there'll be some other stuff that goes on, like this stuff that's blowing up my phone here.
Yep.
People just
All
talking
right.
about this situation. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna wrap it up
Wrap it up.
there. Pocket Watch is now 17 likes. We're up to 18 likes.
Yes, nice, 100%
Commitment
likes.
says 1 1/2 dozen.
Yes, that's right.
I love the
Well,
optimism.
we don't have dozens today. We have a dozen.
Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking with us during our problems early on, but we try to be useful
Proactive.
and enjoyable. So
Yes.
we'll keep it real,
Thank y'all for joining us.
and we will see you guys next week on the Bourbon Blend. Until then, keep it real. Love you guys. Anything you want to say, Courtney?
Cheers, because I got to finish this.
I don't have any in my glass, but
Okay, bottoms up.
bye.